When you think of the greatest basketball players of all time, people like Oscar Robinson, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and of course, Michael Jordan come to mind. However, there's a new kid in town who could soon become basketball's all-time greatest player. With 27.6 points per game, 6.9 assists per game, and 7.3 rebounds per game, LeBron James is on a fast track to fame. To put it into perspective for you, Larry Bird averaged 24.3 points per game, 6.3 assists per game, and 10 rebounds per game. Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest player of all time, averaged 30.1 points per game, 5.3 assists per game, and 6.2 rebounds per game. According to these statistics by ESPN.com, it's clear that LeBron James could someday become the greatest basketball player of all time. LeBron Ramon James was born on December 30th, 1984, in Akron, Ohio. At an early age, he showed maturity and a drive on the court that was matched by no one. He was recruited by St. Vincent St. Mary in 1999 and joined their high school basketball team. As a freshman, James averaged 18 points per game. He helped the team to a Division III state title by scoring 25 points in the championship game. Word of his advanced skills soon spread all over the nation. And as a high school sophomore, he was chosen for the USA Today All-USA First Team. James was the first sophomore in the history of high school basketball in the United States of America ever selected for this award. His team also won the D3 state title for the second year in a row. The following school year, James was named Parade Magazine's High School Boys Basketball Player of the Year and Gatorade Player of the Year. Sports writers were already, as a junior in high school, comparing him to the great Michael Jordan. Following the end of his junior year, James was such a strong player that he had to think about joining the NBA or finishing high school as a senior. Deciding to finish his education, James had a tremendous, unbelievable senior year with St. Vincent St. Mary. He averaged 31.6 points per game, helping his team clinch their third state title. The team also earned the top national ranking that year. Overall, James scored 2,657 points, 892 rebounds, and recorded 523 assists during his 4 years at St. Vincent St. Mary High School. He would soon emerge as one of the National Basketball Association's leading players. And then came his professional career. With his impressive record, it was no surprise that James was the first player picked in the 2003 NBA draft. This draft included players like Carmelo Anthony and people like that. The Cleveland Cavaliers signed the powerful young forward, and he proved to be a valuable addition to the then struggling franchise. During the 03-04 season, James once again made history by becoming the first member of the Cleveland Cavalier franchise to win the NBA Rookie of the Year at the age of 20 years old. He was the youngest player in NBA history to do this. In addition, James averaged 20 points per game at this time, becoming only one of 3 rookies to accomplish that feat, which put him in the same company as people like Oscar Robinson and people like Michael Jordan. James continued to excel professionally in the NBA, upping his average points per game to 27.2 points per game. He made NBA history yet again in 2005 when he became the youngest player to score more than 50 points. 50 points in one game. He was selected for the NBA All-Star Game for the first time, a feat that he would continue to repeat for the next several seasons. However, LeBron James would soon become a villain in a lot of people's eyes. Shortly after becoming a free agent in 2010, LeBron James announced that he would be joining the Miami Heat for the 2010-2011 season. His fans in Cleveland were irate. They were less than pleased, and many considered his departure a betrayal to his hometown. You see, he was born in Akron, Ohio, and yet he chose to leave Cleveland to pursue a career in Miami, Florida. Soon after James's announcement, Cleveland Cavaliers majority-owned owner Dan Gilbert wrote an open letter declaring James's decision as selfish, heartless, and a cowardly betrayal. Unfazed, James finished second in the league during his first season with the Heat, scoring 26.7 points per game. The 2011-2012 season also saw major success for LeBron James and the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat in 2011-2012 season ended that season with an NBA championship, LeBron's first of his career. They beat the Oklahoma City Thunder 121-106 in Game 5 of the Finals on June 21st, 2012. It was LeBron's first NBA championship and his first Finals MVP. He recorded 26 points, 11 rebounds, and 13 assists in that game. He says in a Fox Sports interview that I made a difficult decision to leave Cleveland, but I understood what my future was all about. I knew that I had a bright future in Miami. In addition to being the youngest player to 20,000 points, James has 3 regular season MVP awards, 1 Finals MVP, and he was the youngest player to win an All-Star Game MVP at the age of 20 years old. With awards and accolades such as this, it is clear, and these, plus his growing career totals, it's very, very clear that LeBron James is absolutely and undeniably one monster of a basketball player.